Well, it's time to find out. We have Lunchbox on the phone right now. He spent the night last night in the murder house in Iowa. Let's bring him on now. Lunchbox, good morning.
I'm alive. I am alive. Oh, my God.
So you drove all day to get there yesterday. What happens right when you get to that murder house in Iowa?
I mean, we go live on Facebook. The dude hands us the keys, and he tells us, hey, you know what I mean? Just have at it. You know, these are the things that can happen. You never know. Just be open to it. And he goes, see you in the morning. And he leaves.
Did he kind of look like Lurch from Addams Family or like some big, scary guy?
No, he looked, I would say, kind of like a skinnier version of Zach from Zach Brown Band. Like, he had the same beard, same kind of look.
Zach Brown.
Okay. So you walk into the house where 8 people have been murdered back in 1912. You walk into the house, and what's the house like inside?
I mean, it is just eerie because there's no electricity, so it's dark. So it's just dark in there. And you walk in, and you're in the kitchen. So you got the little stove over there, the little kitchen table, and like an old ice box. And it's old wood floors, and everything creaks, and
Could you feel any sort of spirit when you walked into the house?
Not immediately. No, you don't feel it right when you walk in. It's not like it hits you, but I think they want you to get comfortable before anything happens. They want you to not run out of the house immediately, I guess. They want you to feel welcome, or they want you to be like, yeah, come on in, you're safe. And then later they start, doing whatever they do.
So when you guys get there and there's nothing to do in there, I mean, you can't play PlayStation. So what time do you get there and what do you do for the first couple hours?
We got there at 6:30 p.m. and we went Facebook Live at 7. We're on there for 45 minutes. And then we went back out, like we got done with that. We're like, all right, let's just chill. We sat in the living room, and we just kind of talked, like, what are we expecting? What are we going to do? What do we do? We were going over scenarios. If this happens, what do we do? If this happens, what do we do? And, like, we were talking about, are we going to sleep in the beds? And are we going to, sleep in the attic where they believe the murderer hid all day because they found cigarette butts in the attic?
Wow.
Oh, what?
I did see, I was watching your Facebook Live last night, and you were just staring at some balls.
Well, he said that if you, like, roll the balls or if you say, hey, do you want to play with the ball, they'll roll them to you. So I was trying to roll the ball, and then I tried to leave the ball there to see if it would roll. They would roll it back to me, and, that didn't work. It was like, okay, maybe they're not wanting to play ball. You know what I'm saying?
Were there stories about each of the people that were murdered in the house?
Yes, they had little, like, plaques in each room saying, this person age 8, this person age 11 were in this bed. And then the mom and dad were in this bed. These 2 kids were in this bed. It was just like, oh, my gosh.
Lunchbox is on the phone with us right now. He's in the car driving back, but he spent the night last night in a house where in 1912, 8 people were murdered. No electricity. Did you sleep in the bed or did you go sleeping bag?
Sleeping bag. I tried. I did lay in the beds. Like, I laid there, and I just wanted to see if I could be visited by their spirits, I guess you call it. And I am not joking. I was in the upstairs bed, and I laid my head on one pillow. And I'm not joking. The pillow next to me had an indentation. And I was out of the bed. No more bed for me.
Did it have an indentation already in it before you laid down?
Not that I remember.
Okay, but there's a chance you didn't look at it.
There is a chance I didn't look at it, but I was out of that bed in about 0.23 seconds because I was like, no, and I ran down the stairs, and that was the last of that room. That was it. I wasn't going back.
At what point in the night did you start to get sleepy?
By 2 a.m., I get sleepy because the adrenaline starts wearing off. You're starting to come down a little bit, starting to feel more comfortable. And then, you want to know what happened to us that really just set it over the edge?
Yes.
Yeah,
you want to know?
That's why we're here.
Yeah,
We want to know.
Okay. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and a car drives by. And they stop. They reverse, stop in the middle of the intersection, turn off their lights, and sit there. Then they pull up and park right outside the house with all their lights off, and they just sit in the car. 2 people, they're not on their phones, they're just sitting there. And I'm like, is this relatives of the people that were killed in this house? Like, what is going on?
Or is it listeners of the show that knew you were in the house?
And they sat there for 20 minutes. They weren't taking pictures. They weren't, like, lit up by their phone. They were just sitting in the freaking dark. Not cool.
But what's scary about that?
What's scary about that? I don't know what their intentions are. I'm already in here dealing with spirits. Now I got to deal with the people on the outside. I got people on the inside and the outside trying to get me. Not cool.
Oh.
Did you feel, let's get to the $1 million question here. Did you feel like there were spirits in that house?
Absolutely. 100%.
What made you feel that way, other than people telling you that it's happened to them?
No, I was sitting there. I did the chair challenge, which the guy told me about. It's where you take a chair and you sit with your back right at the opening of the attic where the killer was hiding, and you just face forward, and you sit there for 20 minutes in the dark. Just sit there. Just sit there. And, I mean, I am not joking. Something banged. Something banged, and I freaked out, and I said, did you guys hear that? And the people on Facebook Live heard it, and then they said, ask him to do it again. I said, will you do it again? And whoever was there did it a freaking again. He's
using the word freaking a lot.
Yeah, but he is. Are you sure it was no one that was secretly in the house? Or it wasn't those people in the car?
No, there wasn't anybody in the house.
But they have a remote control automated, like, okay, make that noise again.
No, that guy told me, he said, listen, I said, well, you're not going to come around and mess with us, right? He goes, no, man. Like, I want you to experience it. I've been through it. I've been in this house hundreds of times, spent the night, and I've experienced it all. There's so many things that go on. He goes, you'll have your own experiences. I'm not even going to tell you what to expect because everybody has different experiences. There is no remote control. There was no. It was a bang, and I heard it, and there's spirits in that house.
We're gonna come back
in the freaking house.
In the freaking house. We're gonna come back with Lunchbox in a few minutes because we have audio. We're gonna play some of it. Read you some Facebook comments. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
To what he thinks happened to him.
Oh.
Is your cousin still in the car with you?
He is still in the car with me, and he's on edge.
Okay, we may talk to him too. On the phone with us right now, Lunchbox, who is near Kansas City right now in his car. He spent the night in the murder house in Iowa last night where 8 people were murdered in 1912. He said when you walked in different rooms, there were different plaques up of the people that were murdered. A really eerie situation. Now, you say without a doubt you felt spirits in that house, right, Lunchbox?
Yes.
What
can't explain it any other way.
What was the scariest part of the night for you?
Let's say 5:15 in the morning, laying down on the living room floor, and the closet door upstairs slammed. And that was it. I was done. That's when we hit the road. That's when I was out.
So you felt, you heard, you saw the closet door slam.
No. Just heard it. I'm downstairs. There's no one else. There's no one else in the house. Like, there's no other. Who could it have been? It had to be the spirit slamming the closet door. It was closed when I was there, and it, boom. Tell me what else it could have been. No chance. That's when feet don't fail me now, as Bobby says, in the car, let's get the heck out of here.
Well, it could have been a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Air pressure, seasons are changing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's any chance a spirit grabbed onto your shirt and is still with you right now?
No. Because before I left, when I was getting out of the house, I did stop and tell them to please stay there.
Did you have a conversation? Did you go through the checklist that I gave you when you got to the house?
I did. I did the whole checklist. I didn't do it all right when I got there. Like, I waited. Like, I didn't want to just get done with all the things. I waited to do Candyman. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I wanted to make sure it was nighttime, and they knew that I wasn't going anywhere and I was going to be there. That I wasn't just coming in, dine and dash.
Here is last night during Lunchbox's Facebook Live. He did 2 rounds. The first time he did at 7 Central, where he showed the home. The second one is where things got creepy, they say. He was told by the tour guide of the chair challenge, where you're supposed to sit in a chair with your back facing the attic. The tour guide said that most people don't last the full 20 minutes. And so this is audio of what? Of the bang, or just him talking?
This is where I heard the first time.
Okay, here we go.
What was that?
Did you guys hear that? What was that? That was it. That's what I heard.
Okay, let's hear it again. Just that clip. That's it right there.
That's loud.
Yeah.
That's it.
And what did you think that was?
Happened when I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's when I was sitting in the chair, and I didn't know if I just made that noise up in my head or if they could hear it on Facebook Live too, but they heard it on Facebook Live, and then someone said, ask them to do it again. And so I did, and that was the second time. That was the second time I said, hey, do that again if you're here. And boom, that's what happened. Yeah, don't tell me. So, I mean, Like, if they're doing things on command, don't tell me there's not spirits in there. It's easy. Yeah, you guys are real tough, Eddie. Oh, no, there ain't no spirit from 700 miles away. Real funny.
Hey, Mike, are these all clips we have? No, that was just this test. Okay, did you do the Ghostbusters thing?
Yes, I mean, I'm bringing all that tomorrow.
Okay.
I got it all.
It's a tease. He's teasing me.
Nice. And listen, and the guy told me, just take random pictures because when you look at them back, you may see things that you had no idea were there. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, the other day, my 11-year-old daughter was in here, and she just set her phone up to film a little bit and saw something go through. I'm telling you.
On Facebook last night, a couple comments from Gummy Sig. I grew up with a family ghost back in Iceland. He's telling me you were not alone in there. There are 3 people other than the 2 living folks in the house right now.
Oh. Wow.
Guests.
Yeah.
So, like, all ghosts all over the world communicate?
Yes, so they probably have instant messenger.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Landers Katriana said someone is behind you and has been this entire time.
What?
That's
creepy.
Rainy Damon says, my husband can see and talk to spirits. He's been watching with me and said a kid is sitting beside you. Another kid on the floor. They are with you.
What? Do you think some people can see them?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Do there is no way I could possibly know if someone can see a spirit as a people
can't prove that.
People have gifts that I don't understand. Have I ever met anyone that I believe can? No. But would I absolutely rule out that people can see things that others can't? Of course not. I don't know they can't.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I'm asking.
I would bet if you're like, here's $100, bet on either side, and then we'll tell you the real truth. I would bet no. However, I can't prove it. And I'm never going to be someone who speaks definitive about things that aren't. So, I mean, I don't believe Facebook guy, but still.
What do you think that sound was, though?
A door.
I don't know.
It sounded like a cabinet.
Hey, Lunchbox,
maybe.
can I talk to your cousin who's in the car with you?
Yeah. Can I put it on speaker? He's driving. Is that going to be okay?
That'll be okay.
All right. Say hello.
Andrew,
Yes.
do you think there were ghosts in that house?
There was something. I didn't like any of that.
No, I'm serious, though. If someone held a gun to your head and said, are there ghosts? If you say the wrong answer, you're going to... What would you say?
Yes.
Why?
There were just too many noises and too much going on that was like, I think we were freaking each other out a little bit, but there was just too much unexplained over the night. I didn't like that.
Lunchbox said you guys played Underwear Tickle in the middle of the night.
No, he did not say that. No, we didn't play that.
Okay. Just making sure.
Wasn't on the list.
What?
It wasn't on the checklist.
Oh. Andrew, do you believe in ghosts or spirits and that they haunt things? Did you believe in it before you did the trip with Lunchbox?
I would say I respect that it was a possibility, but that I wasn't really planning on having an experience.
So you two both, to a man, will say that there are ghosts in that house and you believe that house is haunted.
Yes, for sure.
Lunchbox?
Yes, for sure. And I don't know if haunted is the right word, but there are ghosts that live in that house. The spirits live there. I don't know if that means haunted or what, but there's something in there, and they move around and they do things, and they
I'm told what we have for audio tomorrow is real good.
Okay.
He introduces himself to the spirits. He sings Ghostbusters and see if they'll say it back. Like, who are you going to call?
So they could respond.
Yeah, he does a ghost joke to see if we hear ghost laughter. And sometimes you don't even know until you hear it back.
Wow.
It's like taking pictures.
Yeah.
I made that up, but that's fun.
I was
That's
like,
fun.
yeah.
No.
The photograph.
That's fun, yeah.
It works in audio, too.
What?
Bobby, that's true. That's true. Sometimes he said you'll play back audio and you'll hear things that you did not hear the first time. Like there'll be things in there that you'll have no idea even happened until you hear it back.
Okay. Hey, I'm super pumped you went. I think this has been a fantastic segment that took 3 months. I think if you can milk something, holy mother, this is a dairy farm. We can just milk the crap out of this. So, first of all, Lunchbox, you get our approval. That was fantastic. When you come back, just as a gift to you and your wife, as a way for me to say thank you, I'm going to send you guys to a very nice dinner because I think you deserve it after this. And we can't wait to see your beautiful face tomorrow morning.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just glad that my face is still alive. Like, I'm just really glad I'm going to see your faces again. Halfway through the night, I was starting to worry that things were going wrong. And, I mean, here's something we probably did that was probably dumb. You want to hear something we did that was pretty dumb?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Say yes.
We played, the USopoly gave us the new Trivial Pursuits, a horror edition, and we played it in the house. That may have been poking the spirits a little bit.
What was that game like?
It was all like trivia about horror movies.
That does seem like it would mess with my head. Just putting ideas like seeds in your brain, of course, some of them are going to sprout. Yeah, that was probably a pretty terrible idea. Is that game pretty scary?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I mean, it's all about scary movies. So if you love scary movies or you like to be freaked out, it's a fun game.
What's it called?
And we left it. We left the game in the house so the kids could play.
Oh.
What's it called?
It's called USAopoly. It's a Trivial Pursuit horror edition.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Oh, so yeah, I'm sure they appreciate that you left them a game to play.
The USopoly people want their game back. I just got told. They're going to need you to go back.
No. They can go on up. It'll be there.
All right, there he is. One more time for Lunchbox, everybody, who spent the night in the murder house and will bring us back. I'm going to let him take the first part of the morning or some of the morning off tomorrow. But he's going to come in, and then I'm going to we're going to play this audio when he comes in, okay?
Awesome.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, Lunchbox.
All right, bye.
All right, there he is. Our guy. Spending the night in Iowa. Remember, didn't he think there are going to be so many listeners outside?
Yes. I mean, he still thinks maybe that car that pulled up was a listener.
Yeah,
Creeping
but
up on him.
Could have been anybody.
Anyone.
Could have been like.
It's a Bobby Bones show.